Have a good day. Yeah, this is the story of Mulan, and it is a 10th syllabus. It is a lesson. It is a supplementary third one, and done by your school principal, Mrs. Sumati Rajavel. And this is the classical story. Classical story means, and the classical story and what we will be telling. The actually we believe that காலங்காலமாக சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, காலங்காலமாக பீப்புள் சொல்லி சொல்லி கேட்ட கதைகள், வாய்மொழி கதைகளை தான் we will tell us a classic story, and it is called as Mulan. It is based on the legend of Hua Mulan. That is, they believe in Chinese believe this lady, she was அவங்கள வந்து ஒரு உண்மையான ஒரு லேடி இருந்து அந்த நாட்டை காப்பாற்றிருக்காங்கன்ற ஒரு நம்பிக்கை சைனீஸ்க்கு இருக்குது. ஸோ இட் இஸ் அதுதான் ஒரு லெஜெண்ட் ஸ்டோரின்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ தே பிலீவ் இட் இஸ் ட்ரூ. ஸோ லெஜெண்ட் இஸ் அ ஸ்டோரி ஃப்ரம் லாங் எகோ தட் இஸ் பிலீவ் டு பி ட்ரூ. உண்மைன்னு நினைக்கிறது ஒரு ஆல்மோஸ்ட் ட்ரூ. ஸோ அந்த ஸ்ட்ராங் பிலீவ், அதனால தான் இது வந்து ஒரு ஒரு சுவாரஸ்யமான ஒரு கதையாக சொல்கிறது உண்டு சைனீஸ்க்கு. அண்ட் இட் இஸ் அ இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஸ்டோரி ஃபார் தெம். ஸோ இந்த ஸ்டோரியை வந்து ஐ ஆம் டீச்சிங் யூ இன் அ ஷார்ட். The full story had been taught to you, and the இதோட I am coming with the characters. That is, அந்த dialogues அதில் அப்படியே கொடுத்துருக்கேன் உங்களுக்கு, அவங்க என்ன சொன்னாங்க. So you can see that I had highlighted that dialogues told by the people in the another color. So you can easily identify that what are the dialogues, important dialogues told by the characters. The main characters is Mulan, her father, and the soldiers. Only in the moon character than the lesson lay irupanga. So it is easy for you to understand. And the end of the presentation I have given the essay also. So we can start it. It is many years ago. China was the middle of a great war. China was in the middle of great war. The emperor said that one man from each Chinese family must leave his family to join the army. Mulan, a teenage girl who lived in a far-away village of China, heard the news when she was outside washing the clothes. Mulan ran into the house. Her father was sitting in a chair, carving a piece of wood. She called. "Father," she said, "did you hear what the emperor says each family must do?" "Yes," said her old father. "I heard about it in town. Well, I may as well go pack up." ஸோ அப்போ அந்த தாத்தா அப்பா கிட்ட என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க, அப்பா நீங்கள் கேட்டிங்களா எம்பரர் என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க, ஒவ்வொரு ஃபேமிலியும் என்ன சொல்கிறாங்கன்னு நீங்கள் கேட்டிங்களா? அதுக்கு அப்பா எஸ் சொல்கிறாரு. ஐ ஹர்ட் அபவுட் இட் இந்த டவுன். நான் டவுனுக்கு போகும்போது இதை பற்றி நான் கேட்டேன். சார், வெல், நல்லது, நான் போய் என்னோடய திங்ஸை பேக்கப் பண்ணுறேன். ஹீ ஸ்டுட் அப் அண்ட் வாக் வெரி ஸ்லோலி டு ஹிஸ் ரூம். வெரி ஸ்லோலி மீன்ஸ் அந்த ஸ்லோலிங்கிற வேர்டு எந்த இன்சஸ் பண்ணால் இஸ் ஏஜ், அதே மாதிரி ஒரு டயர்ட்னஸ். ஏன்னா இவரால் முடியல, ஆனால் போய் தான் ஆகணும், வீட்டுக்கு ஒருத்தர் போய் தான் ஆகணும். அதனால தான் அந்த வெரி ஸ்லோலிங்கிற வேர்ட் இட் இஸ் ஷோன் தேர். ஸோ இந்த என்டையர் லெசன் I had given the dialogues in another color. So you can identify the color, it is a dialogue, so you can understand who was telling the words. "Wait," said Mulan. "Father, you have not been well. You can't go," said Mulan. "What else can be done?" said her father. So அவர் கிளம்ப போகிறாருன்னு சொல்லும்போது முலன் வாஸ் டெல்லிங், அப்பா நீங்கள் போகாதீங்க, வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க, யூ கேனாட் கோ. அப்போ அவர் திரும்ப கேட்குற வாட் எல்ஸ் கேன் பி டன். ஸோ இந்த டயலாக் வாட் எல்ஸ் கேன் பி டன், இட் கேன் பி ஆஸ்ட் ஃபார் எ ஸ்பீக்கர் ஆர் டு ஐடென்டிஃபை த கேரக்டர். அதனால தான் இந்த வேர்ட்ஸ்லாம் உங்களுக்கு வேறு கலரில் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். ஸோ ட்ரை டு ஐடென்டிஃபை த டயலாக்ஸ் அண்ட் பக்கத்தில் யார் சொன்னாங்கன்றதையும் யூ கேன் ஐடென்டிஃபை. ஸோ வாட் எல்ஸ் கேன் பி டன், said her father. "Your brother is a child. He cannot go." "Of course, that is true." So your brother is a child, he cannot go அப்படின்றது அவங்க அப்பா சொல்கிற டயலாக். அண்ட் அஃப்கோர்ஸ் தட் இஸ் ட்ரூங்கிறது இட் இஸ் அ டயலாக் ஆஃப் Mulan. "He is too little, but I have an idea." It is a dialogue of Mulan. She poured her father a cup of tea and handed it to him. அப்போ அவங்க அப்பாவுக்கு ஒரு கப் ஆஃப் டீ போட்டு கொடுத்துட்டு she is telling, she went inside a room. And Mulan went into her room. With her sword, she cut off a long black hair. She put on her father's robe. இந்த ரோபுங்கிறது அப்பாவுடைய ட்ரெஸ்ஸு. ஸோ அது வந்து இப்போது சைனாவில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு கோட் மாதிரி போட்டு அது கட்டிப்பாங்க. It is called as கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு overcoat மாதிரி இருக்கும். Going back to her father, Mulan said, "Look at me. I am your son now. I will go in your place. I will do my part for China. No, my daughter," said the old man. So again the father is telling, "You can't do this, father. Father, listen please." Mulan is telling, "For years you trained me in Kung Fu. You showed me how to use a sword." Mulan swung the sword back and fought with might. "Only so that you could stay safe," said her father. So, நான் உனக்கு Kung Fu teach பண்ணது எல்லாமே not for the fighting, to make you to safe. உன்னோட sword நீ அதுக்காக தான் உனக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்துறேன், not to go for the fighting. "I never mind for you to go to war. If they find out you are a woman, you know that you will die." So your father is telling, "I will never mind of you to go to war. If you are going to war, நீ womenன்றதை கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டாங்கன்னா they will kill you." "So no one will find out, father," said Mulan. She picked up her sword. He tried to get up, but he had to hold on to his chair. The daughter kissed him and said, "Goodbye." "I love you, father," she said. "Take care of yourself. Tell my brother I said goodbye." She climbed on a family horse and she went to join the emperor's army. So in the army, Mulan proved to be a brave soldier. In time, she was put in charge of other soldiers. Her battles went so well that she was put in charge of more soldiers. Her battles kept on going well. After a few years, Mulan was given the top job. She could be the general of the entire army. Not only after that, a very bad fever swept through the army. So, he went to the army and she worked there, and she was very brave and she was the leader of many soldiers. Amari avanga kudutha job Mulan was doing well, and she became a general of the army. But இப்படியே கொஞ்ச நாள் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. But after a long time, ஒரு ரொம்ப மோசமான fever had been swept through the army. Swept na, it is washed out. Entire army was affected. Many soldiers were sick, and the Mulan, the general of the army, became sick too. When the doctor came out of the Mulan's tent, he knew the truth. அப்போது நிறைய பேருக்கு எஃபெக்ட் ஆகிட்டோன்னு ஒரு டாக்டர் வந்து எல்லா சோல்ஜர்ஸையும் செக் பண்ணுறாங்க. முலனுக்கும் ஃபீவர் வாஸ் அட்டாக்ட் அண்ட் ஷி வாஸ் ஆல்சோ இன் த ரெஸ்ட். ஒரு டாக்டர் வந்து முலனை செக் பண்ணோன்னு டாக்டருக்கு தெரிய வருது முலன் வாஸ் அ லேடி. ஸோ த டாக்டர் கேம் அவுட் சைட் அண்ட் ஹீ டோல்ட் தட் ஷி வாஸ் அ லேடி. அப்போ த சோல்ஜர்ஸ் ஆர் ஷவுட்டிங். ஈல்டு அப்படின்னா ஷவுட்டிங்னு அர்த்தம். த ஜெனரல் இஸ் அ விமன், ஈல்டு த சோல்ஜர்ஸ். "How can this be?" Some called out, "She tricked us." Trickedனா அவங்க வந்து நம்மளை ஏமாத்திட்டாங்க. "And we will not fight for a woman," they said. "Punish her and make her pay." Make her pay na she has to pay the நம்மளெல்லாம் ஏமாத்தினதுக்கு she has to get a punishment. இங்கே payna not a money, she has to get the punishment. "The cost is for her to die by the soldiers." But others called out in the voices just as loud, "With Mulan, we won every battle." அப்போ அந்த சோல்ஜர்ஸில் ஒரு பாதி சோல்ஜர்ஸ் வாஸ் சப்போர்ட்டிங் முலன். அண்ட் they told முலனோட சேர்த்து நம்ம நிறைய பேட்டில்ஸை வின் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். They said, "Stay away from our general." Just then a soldier ran up. "Everyone," he called, "a surprise attack is coming." Mulan heard this from inside her tent. She got dressed and went outside. She was not yet strong but stood tall. She told the soldiers where they must go to the height so they could attack when the enemy came. But they must get there fast. The soldiers, even those who did not like that the general was a woman, could not tell that Mulan knew that she was talking about. It worked. The battle was won. It was such a big victory that the enemy gave up at last. The war was over and China was saved. You can be sure that after that last battle, no one cared anymore that Mulan was a woman. The emperor was so glad that Mulan had entered that long war. He set aside the rule about being a woman. Mulan, stay with me in the palace, he said. Someone as smart as you could be a fine royal advisor, said the emperor. Mulan bowed deeply. You are too kind, sir, she said. But if you please, what I wish most of all is to return home to my family. So she was not willing to stay with that. Then at least take this fine gift, said the emperor. So everyone at your home and village will know how much the emperor of China thinks of you. Mulan returned to her village with 6 fine horses and 6 fine swords. Everyone cheered that she was safe. The person who had saved the China and their very own Mulan. Okay, so the lesson is coming here, and here you can identify the character. And the last I have given the essay for you. The essay is a sketch, the character of the Mulan. So the words, it is in the easy words, you can identify, you can write it. Looking at this, you can write it. Just we can go through that. So Mulan was a teenage girl. She was brave, courageous and determined to join the army. She was a brave warrior who saved China from the enemies. She had more concurrence for her father. When the Emperor of China insisted that one man from each family should join the army, she was ready to join the army disguised as a man. Get disguised word it tells Marvadapla because she is a woman, but her men she was joining. At first her father decided to join the army, but Mulan protested that he could not go as he was old and sick. Her brother was a child. She cut her hair shortly like a boy and decided to join the army. Her father was afraid that the empire would kill her if he knew that she was a woman, but Mulan was confident that no one could find her. She acted as a dedicated soldier in the army. She was in the charge of the soldiers. Later, she was made the general of the army. She never gave up in bad situations. When she was sick, she came out and advised the soldiers how they should attack the enemy. At war, she was very intelligent and was a quick planner. This attitude won her the war for the Chinese. She fought in the battle for 12 years and gained high merit. When the emperor offered her the post of royal advisor, she refused the post and simply told that she wanted to return home. She accepted only 6 fine horses and 6 fine swords as rewards. Thus, Mulan saved China from the enemies. So, the theme of the supplementary is the empowered women is powerful beyond the measure. The meaning is the empowered women, abdina, women all it is very strong. They are more powerful beyond the measures na. They are more powerful. Okay. I think all the people you can understand that. Thanking you all. And what is your commands? Give your commands, and if you have any doubt in this lesson, you can inform to me. Okay. Thank you.